welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm reviewing another Convoy flashlight. It's Convoy 4X18A with SBT90.2. Here are all the specs of this flashlight, so you can pause the screen if you need, and some photos how it looks. I ordered it from Convoy official store from Aliexpress as always, and I'll put links where you can buy it in video description. Today, as you saw from the title, I'm reviewing another Convoy flashlight. It's 4X18A with famous SBT90.2 LED. Usual box for Convoy, nothing fancy, just good box for transportation. And the flashlight itself. It comes in 4 different colors. I chose the orange one. The body is anodized aluminum with stainless steel bezel. Matte finish. Looks very nice, and as always the quality is very good. With a logo under the button. The button is made from rubber or from silicone, and on the other side you have the USB-C charging port. I'll show you how it looks. The button glows red when the flashlight is charging, and it becomes green when it's full charge. Just be careful when charging batteries. If the batteries are not the same voltage, the batteries may be overcharged. So the body itself, here we have the back cap. It has 2 holes for attaching a lanyard with great lot of fins to dissipate heat from the powerful LED. You can unscrew the cap from the back of the flashlight. Here is seal ring on this side, nothing underneath. And the main part. So the head of the flashlight, here is the LED itself, very powerful, while being very small and ideal for throwers. Here you can see the driver with contact ring, hold it in place by 2 screws. The other side is the battery compartment. Flashlight uses 4 18650 batteries. I ordered with litho color batteries, anodized inside, and there are 4 gold plated springs at the bottom. When you put only one battery, it can fall off, but if you put at least one more, it will hold in place. Just don't forget that this flashlight does not have polarity protection, so always check that your battery positive end is at the top where the driver is. And this is the best thing flashlight manufacturers can make. This is the contact plate, which allows you to use both flat top as the button top batteries without any issues. It has grooves to help it stay in place, so you just have to put it and you can screw back the head. Threads are very smooth, just it gets a bit tight when it reaches the seal ring. So my suggestion is to always watch that your seal ring is greased enough so you do not damage it. That's about the body. Now let's take a look at the UI. One click for on, one click for off. To change modes after you turn it on, just hold the button. You can hold it continuously, it will change modes continuously, but very slowly. So if you want to change modes more quickly, you have to hold and release after the mode changes. It has quick access to turbo mode by double tapping from any state, on or off. But here comes the problem of the flashlight, that after you access the turbo mode, you cannot go back to your last mode. You have to switch to the minimum mode. And I think that's wrong. I already contacted Simon about this, telling him that if we have the double tap to quickly access turbo mode, after double tapping it would go to the mode you used before. Also, it has Firefly mode. You have to hold the button from off. It's about half the brightness of the lowest mode. And here's another problem. You cannot change any modes from the Firefly except turbo by double tapping. And only then you can access other modes. It has strobe warning by triple tapping from any state as on or off. And if you turn it from off and press the button again, it will go to off. If you have it on and access strobe, press the button again, it goes to the last mode used. Also from the Firefly, accessing strobe and pressing the button, the flashlight turns off. This flashlight has momentarily turbo mode by 4 clicks. It blinks, showing you that the mode is on. And now when you hold the button, flashlight works only in turbo mode. So it turns on after you press the button. When you release the button, it turns off. To disengage the momentarily turbo, you press the button 4 times again. It flashes. Now you go back to normal mode. With 5 clicks, you can check the battery. Blinks 4 times. And the flashlight battery is 4.0 now, so it flashes 4 times and then stops. If it would be 4.1, it would flash 4 times, pause, then 1 time, and repeat again. So very nice feature to check how much battery you have left. And next feature is ramping mode. You access it from any state, from off or on, and accessing the ramping mode or getting back to the 4 modes, the flashlight always turns off. Sorry, always turns on. So 6 times. And now you have to hold the button to ramp. It blinks reaching the bottom and the top of the ramp. The ramping is different from Andrill. It's much quicker, and I don't like it actually very much because it ramps fast to almost maximum mode, and then you have to wait till it reaches maximum. Another problem, not that it's a problem, I think just how it works. If you ramp up, then release a button, and if you want to ramp up again, you have to do it 2 times because it will ramp down if it's higher than the lowest mode. So ramp 1 time, and if you want to ramp it again, you have to hold a bit and hold again. And after you ramped up, to ramp down, you just hold it. To go back to simple 4 modes, you press again 6 times. One thing to mention, after you access turbo mode and turn off the flashlight, be careful and don't leave it like this, because if someone takes your flashlight and accidentally turns it on, it will go into turbo mode as it's memorizable. So after using turbo, I suggest you to always go to the lower mode before turning off the flashlight. Also, this flashlight has lockout function. You have to press 10 times. A bit too much, I think, but what I do, I press more than 10 times until it blinks. And now it's locked. It will blink if you press the button. If you hold the button, it keeps blinking. To unlock it, press 10 times again until it blinks. And now the flashlight works as usual. One thing about working of this flashlight, from turbo mode it uses timed step down, also the temperature regulated. So if flashlight is cool and you access the turbo mode, it will start to step down approximately after about 1 to 2 minutes. And if you access the turbo mode after flashlight is heated, it will step down straight after turning it into turbo mode. but the temperature regulation is not as in other Convoy flashlights, and in my tests this flashlight reached even more than 70 degrees. So don't leave this flashlight in closed box or not ventilated very well, because it will reach more than 60 degrees. I already told this to Simon and hope that it will get fixed in the future. So in normal conditions, if you use it outside or if you use a fan when testing, it will stay approximately about 50 to 55 degrees. But when I was testing it in my lumen box, it reached 70 degrees and I had to stop the test and use the fan to cool it outside of the box. So be careful, because it will get very hot on third mode and turbo. So next, let's see how it shines. Here is the beam. The spill is very wide with a center beam looking like a donut. I'll show you on Firefly mode. Here you can see that the middle is empty and the outside is bright. The spill is very wide. Here's the problem. After you access the Firefly, you cannot change modes from that mode. So let's use the lowest mode, and here is the beam and the spill. Also, there is purple fringe or a halo in the corners from anti-reflective coating of the glass, but for me it's not a problem. Maybe for others it may be a problem. So that's all about the look and the UI of the flashlight. Now let's take it outside and see how it does at night. you enjoyed those nighttime shots. Now let's take a look at runtimes. Here in this second mode, you can see that I tested the flashlight till it turned off completely. To show you that even after the biggest step down, you can still use the flashlight on very low mode. Stabilization is present on all modes, just in turbo, flashlight steps down when temperature gets higher. I also made a test showing you that if you cool the flashlight after using turbo for about 3 minutes, you can still access the maximum output more than once. Also, it's very important what the starting temperature is. Final thoughts about the flashlight. I think that for money you pay, you get very good quality flashlight with SBT90.2 LED. Other flashlights with this emitter goes with far higher price. You get the USB-C charging port, quality flashlight with good grip, quite compact body, very good battery life, all 4 modes stabilized, and all in all I think flashlight is worth the money. The only drawbacks, which I think may be changed in the future, is the UI, that you cannot access any mode from Firefly, that turbo mode is memorized. I don't know why it's like that, because for example Firefly mode is not memorized but turbo mode is. And as we have the quick access by double tapping to turbo mode, it would be nice that by double tapping again you get back to the mode you used last. But as I said, I contacted Simon about that. I hope that in the future he will change those things, so the UI would be more friendly for new users. And what I didn't like is that the flashlight can get very hot, although it is said that this flashlight has temperature regulation, but in my tests the flashlight temperature reached even 70 degrees, which is very high temperature, and it's impossible to hold in hand when the flashlight is above 60 degrees. All in all, I would say the flashlight is worth its money. Thanks guys for watching. As always, likes are very appreciated, and if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel, and see you in future reviews. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.